Hello, my dear young friends and my students. Sai Ram to you all. I feel pleasure to welcome you for this second session. In our last meeting, we have heard that how the people suffer from stress. Today I am going to just tell you how to reduce the stress. Okay, and this is very important lesson in your life, not only for your examination point of view, but for the life point of view also it is very useful. And last time we have seen why this reading with understanding chapters are there. They are only to help you to understand short theme based passages. For example, take the theme. If for example stress is there, how to bust the stress and the examination fever. Like that, there are so many short theme based topics, and you must be able to read and understand, and also you must have those write-ups. And the next one is you have to answer the questions of those passages in your own words. That is very important. And what is comprehending? Comprehending means whatever you read, you should digest well. You must understand well. If you understand well, so you can have a good write-ups on theme-based passages. So, shall we go to the next part of this unit? What is that? Here, what are the below? First, we have already seen about the stress, what are the causes of the stress, and now we have to study the how to prevent the stress factors. Okay, then we shall have those things. There are 4 passages titled as A, B, C, D. Now we shall have the first paragraph, that is A. To avoid or reduce stress, you must manage your time properly. Very simple thing. If you are not able to manage your time and you have to fix your timings, so this is the time for my getting up, this is the time for my bath, this is the time for my studies, this is the time for my breakfast, this is the time for my lunch, this is the time for my dinner. If you time manage all your daily events, so they undergo change over a period of time, because you can't have the all these activities exactly daily, and there must be some sort of change also takes place. It is useful to divide tasks into 3 categories. What is that? Less important and routine activities, and intersperse between the things. In this way, you have to manage all human activities in that time bound manner. So, A and B tasks with C tasks such as ironing. If for example, A and B tasks, for what are A and B? Less important and routine. So, A and B tasks with C tasks such as ironing clothes. That can be done in between any of the activities. And reading newspaper, that you need not have a fixed time. Oh, 7:30 to 8:30, I have to read that newspaper. No, you can have in between that. And this would provide relief from constant pressure of important tasks. And this is going to reduce the stress. So, that is the very important. Constant pressure will be lost, and that will you will get a sort of relief. That is why if you manage your times well, absolutely there is no stress. And it is also very important to allocate a realistic moment of time for each task. For example, washing your clothes. You have to fix it up 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. You can't just allot 2 hours, 3 hours for that. So that you have to manage. You have to maintain a diary to monitor tasks done and still to be done. And when whatever the task to be done, how many minutes that is going to take, what are the tasks to be done, how many minutes. So you must have the sense of managing time, and that will be responsible to reduce the stress. Okay. Now we shall go to the second part, that is B. What is that? Exercise is beneficial in reducing anxiety and improving sleep. You must have experienced, So whenever you have got, if you do exercises, you will be filling with enthusiasm, brimming with enthusiasm, full of vitality and full of preparedness. And if you don't have any exercises, you will be like this. What should I do? What? In this way, you are not going to take any interest. If you now don't take interest, that is going to increase the what? Tension, anxiety. So you should have a proper exercises. And exercises means what? So you must build a habit of regular exercise. Usually what our young friends do, okay, today we shall have 4 miles walking. Yes, very nice. And next day, oh Baba, it is very, very boring. I don't want to take. So let me take rest. If you have this kind of mentality, thinking process, then your stress will be more. So that is why you must be always regular exercises. That is very important. What is that? Regular exercise, brisk walking. Nowadays, all these people, walk like this as if something is burdened with. So, you must have what? Brisk walking, fast walking, and you must get that what? Sweat. If you sweat, you will become free of depression or anxiety. Brisk walking, swimming, but that is not possible for everyone. Yes, swimming is a very good exercise if you know that. And next one, jogging. Jogging will be like this. So it is not mere walking, and you are bending a little. And when you bend a little, you have to have you don't have any what? Anxiety. And another is aerobics. These are all the things we have already exhibited here. There are aerobic exercises, there's this way, that way, moving all the limbs of the body. And these are effective in keeping the heart healthy. If you walk, if you do exercises, if you jog, then what is going to, how are you going to, that is going to help you to be healthy. Healthy in body, healthy in mind. If it is a healthy body, naturally you will get the healthy mind. So, one should develop the what? Regular exercise of walking, jogging, physical exercises, etc., etc. This is the second point to reduce the stress, to puncture the anxiety. And now we shall go to that. If for example another one is there, traveling is very stressful. Traveling is also good because you will be meeting so many people, you will be knowing so many things. That is really helpful. But it is stressful. you have to purchase the ticket, you have to prepare that bag, you have to take the bag, carry the bag, you have to enter the bus or the train. And in this way, there are so many activities to be done. So, this is stressful. There are few simple exercises that you can do while traveling in a bus. Suppose in the bus itself, so if you are not able to travel, at least when you are forced to travel in the bus or train, you must have what? Traveling in a bus, so many simple exercises. What is that? You can strengthen your wrist by rolling your hands backwards and forwards. So that you can do like this. And if you sit in the bus, or if you have to stand up, and if you hold it, and if you hold it with all your might, that is going to strengthen your wrist. And in this way, if you go on twisting it, without bothering others, without bothering about yourself, you have so many exercises. And in traveling also, while you are sitting in the bus or standing in the bus, so you can have so many simple exercises. What is that? Your hands backwards and forwards. That is number one. And also you can grip the rod overhead. For example, there is this is a bus and here are the, so you can hold it. Nobody is going to object. So that is going to help you a lot to just have those muscles. When you just move those muscles, they will be always strong. So that simple exercises you can have even in the bus while traveling. And you can also place your finger trip, not trip. Whenever you are on your trips, you have to put your fingertips on the bar. Usually you sit in the bus, there will be some bars of those seats, you can just hold it tightly and like this. If you do it, that is a push hard so that the fingers bend back. Even if you do like that, doesn't matter. Nobody is going to see you. So if you have that, so that is going to help you. Then you can have relax. Doing this and then going back. Then coming forward. So it is going to relax. You are fully relaxed. Even while traveling, you will never feel the stress of traveling in the bus. And repeat this 10 times to increase flexibility of your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go on doing as many times as it is possible, as many times as it is not going to bother others in the bus, other passengers in the bus. Then simple exercises are going to help you to reduce the anxiety, to reduce the stress. They are the stress busters. You can do that. You need not take anybody's permission for doing all these simple activities. Now comes the third one under C. What is that? Hobbies. Perhaps you must have heard in the application form. What are your hobbies? From the hobbies, the interviewer will estimate your personality. Hobbies are there and they are very important to reduce the stress and anxiety. What is that? Hobbies help to reduce the stress. How? How are we going to do that? Hobbies can become as refreshing as sleep. For example, hobbies like doing your gardening work, kitchen gardening. If you bend, if you just stretch, if you take out that weeds and all that, this exercises is going to help you to take rest with your mind. That is better than sleep. Hobbies. What is the next one? Self boost. They help boost self image. Yes, I am doing this exercise. I am planting. So you can boost your image. And also you can forget the tensions and failures that one faces in life. Tensions will be there always. Life is full of tensions. You can't mention. When there are tensions and also when there is so many failures also. For example, you are going to do one thing, just you fail in it. So those failures and tensions are going to ride on you, and if you have that relaxed mind of developing the hobbies, that is going to help you. However, very often the work one does may not give the person any pleasure. If for example studying or me going to the college, teaching, that may not get you that. But however, since one chooses one's hobbies according to one's own temperament and aptitude, liking also should be there. No, everyone cannot do that kitchen farming, kitchen gardening. There are many hobbies with so many people. So you have to choose which suits your personality. So that hobbies, if for example I am interested in, so I must go on reading the stories, and that is going to help me, and I can just enrich my teaching. That should be my hobby. I can't do that work in the kitchen, but like bending and taking that is not my cup of tea. Like that, you should choose your own hobbies according to your temperament, mental status and aptitude. You must have liking for that. They give great pleasure. Okay, I have done it so, and it will get you the physical work and also the mental peace. Two things can be got by developing proper hobbies. They are healthy mood enhancers, because you must have heard people, oh, I am not in the mood to do that work. So these hobbies, they are mood enhancers. They are going to have those moods, just blossom. Now we shall go to the fourth one, that is D. What is that? In order to remain calm and at peace. Everyone wants to be calm and peaceful. What they have to do? You need to train yourself to think positively. Positive thinking is the best one, the best mood buster, the stress buster. It enhances the good moods. Positive thinking. What do you mean by positive thinking? For example, if you fail, you must have that, okay, failures of stepping stones to success. Have that kind of positive feeling. That is not going to increase your stress. And every year, students who are unable to cope with the disappointments caused by failure, everyone is like that. If you score less than 90, less than 50, less than 40, like that, if you are failing to score more, what happens? Or if you are not satisfied with your performance lower than the expected, you are expecting a lot. If you get lower achievement there, take the extreme step for committing suicide. Perhaps you must have heard so many stories, and during the result days, police will be posted around that lake in that particular city, so that they should not go and fall. Well, they will commit suicides. So that to that extent they go. So what is that? You have to think, what happened? I have got one more chance. That is not going to end my life. Like that you have to think of it. This is of course what very negative step and shows lack of positive thinking. Why are you thinking about suicide? Because you have no any positive thinking. As you have no positive thinking, naturally you will recourse to the activities like what? Committing suicide, or going away from home, or hiding in the mountains, or having, there are many activities, suiciding activities. So that would stop. Failing in the examination is not the end of the world. You have to think that. If you score less, if you fail, no, it is not going to have any end in your life. There are so many bends in your life till you get that end. So you need not end your life. Furthermore, many geniuses, very intelligent, great personalities like Ramanujan and Einstein failed examinations. They failed. They also tasted failure. But they did not commit suicide because they were thinking positively. And one thing you have to remember, my students, failure is never a final one. You can't say that I have failed. Yes, that is the end of my personality. That is the end of my journey. No, absolutely no. And success is never an end. And if you are succeeding, it is not an end. It is all. Failures and successes are the flowing currents in the flow of life. Talk about your problems. That is the best thing. Usually, people think of committing suicide. Why? They are not going to talk with the people, share their feelings with the people. If they share, they are all that burden will be lessened. When the burden is lessened in the mind, and you will be fine. So what you should do? Have the practice of talking or sharing about your experiences with your friends. Now we shall have a look at that glossary. Intersperse means place among or between the thing. Intersperse means either this or this, in between. That is called intersperse. And allocate, allot, assign and give. Monitor, manage, beneficial, helpful, relax, rest, flexibility, changing easily, and depression, unhappy state of mind, to cope with, adjust, and aptitude, point of view. I have already explained all these things, while reading. Okay. Then anyway, it is better to have a look at the glossary and keep that in your mind. And now the part comes with assignment. Assignment, here are some headings. Match the headings with the 4 texts A, B, C and D. You have already read. And what is stress? All these 4 are there. Taking exercises, causes of stress, developing hobbies and thinking. And what you should do here are a number of people who suffer from stress for a variety of reasons. He has taken some few examples, there. You have to do that. What is that? which of the four measures discussed in the text will you refer to each? Also briefly state your reason for making the choice. What is case number 1? What is the Hema is a quiet woman who lives alone in Delhi. Her family is in Indore. She works for 10 hours daily in an export company at a sewing machine. She is depressed and sad. What are the things that you are going to suffer? Whether it goes to A, B or C, D, you have to. Then why did you choose like that? If for example, she has no company, she has no family, she has no family friends. And second thing, she spends all her time in that work. She will have no other activities, no hobbies, and she is not able to talk also. She is not so friendly. So, to which A, B, C, D you just categorize her, that you have to do. Second one, Rohan travels for 3 hours daily. Because people living in Bombay or Bangalore, from their house to the office, it takes at least 2 and 3 hours. He works at a computer and is becoming so fat that people laugh at him, because only just like this sedentary life. This is going to what? Increase his physical stature, and he has become very fat. The people laugh at him. What he should do? Again, A, B, C, D. What are the things? So you can have the exercises, or you can develop some hobbies. Like that, you have to, which category you belong this, you just send this man, Rohan. The third case is Rita. Rita is busy running around all day, but her work is never over. She looks stressed and overworked. Perhaps you must have seen people even in your own house, mother or sister. They will be doing this and that, and they will always be doing. That is going to make them what? Stressed, and they think that we are overworking. What we should do? Manage the timings. Fixing the what? This which is important, which is less important, which is more important. Like that they have to categorize. And case number 4, Rima. Rima has already failed twice. She is sure she will fail yet again. She is so confident. Yes, this time also I am going to fail. And she tries to study for her exams, but is so worried that she cannot concentrate, and always she will be busy. If I fail again, what should I do? So her mind is thinking of the future failure. So how are you going to help her? So she has to manage her time. She has to have the peace of mind. How the peace of mind can be got and brought and bought? By exercises, by positive thinking. So these are the 4 cases. And now comes, after reading all these things, there is one exercise here for you. What is that? Summarize in your own words. This is very, very important. Words are already given. In your own words, you have to summarize what? In ideas that you got in separate paragraphs under A, B, C, D. So take the idea and have your own sentences and prepare 4 paragraphs under A, B, C and D. That is the wonderful exercise you can do, because the main purpose of this chapter, reading and understanding, you should understand it, you must digest it, and you must have your own write-ups in your own language. Okay, so you have to what, think, link and ink. This is the process of writing. And with this, I close. Thank you, my dear students. Sai Ram.